Hello students, welcome back to your computer science class. I am Mrs. Jenny Shah and we've completed the chapter dictionary in the theoretical manner. Today we will start with all the examples and we will also do these live and I will show it to them so you can practice it. Okay, the first one is there are two lists and we have to convert them into dictionary. How will you do this? There are two lists. There is a key list and then there is a value list. So how will we convert these two lists into a dictionary? Let's see it. Okay, before we do that question, we should, I want to show you all dictionaries. I want to explain dictionaries once in Python. So, suppose I say P equals to curly braces. P has become a dictionary over here. You can see it by using the type method in this. It will tell you class dictionary. Another way to create a dictionary can also be, I can also say T equals to open bracket, close bracket. Again, if I'm going to check, it says dictionary. So these were two ways to create empty dictionaries. We've created two empty dictionaries. Now, we can add values to the dictionary also. So I can say P equals to open bracket, close bracket, curly braces. Inside it, I have to write two things, key and value. So let's say my key is 1 because integer is again mutable. Okay, so sorry, integer is immutable. So I can use integer as my key. And I use a colon to separate my key and value. So I say 1 and then over here I can have a list, I can have a tuple, I can have anything as my value. That is absolutely fine. My value can be anything, but my key has to be an immutable data type. Okay, so let's say I'm going to say 1 is banana. Then I use a comma to indicate that I have another key value pair. Okay, we use comma to indicate that we have another key value pair. So let's say I have, the next one is the number 2, orange, comma 3, apple. Okay, and this data has been fed into my dictionary P. Now I'm going to add data to my dictionary T in a different way. So I'm trying to teach you different ways of making a dictionary, of adding data into a dictionary. Right now we're just doing the basics of dictionary today. Okay, and we've already finished list, we've already finished tuple, we've already finished string. These are the most important chapters that you should know very well. Of course, you should also know loops and constructs. You know, these are very important to understand Python. Okay, so let's say in this dictionary now I have in my dictionary T, I'll tell you how I'm going to add data into my dictionary tree. I'm going to add it in a different manner. I'm going to say T in the place of 1 equals to banana. Okay, now what did I do? When I did this, what did I do? Now, you all should know by now that the major difference between you must know by now that so far when you learned string, list, tuples, they were all sequences, but they used to use integer as their indexes, as their indices. So to access value, we used to use the index value. but in dictionary we have keys. Okay, and you have to access values using the keys. Now keys can be of any type. Okay, just like the elements of a list or a tuple you saw, similarly a list can the value can be of any type, but the associate key with it has to be a immutable data type. Okay, now so when I said T1, so over here in the dictionary T, 1 has become my key and banana is the value associated with 1. Now I'm saying T, suppose 2 equals to, let's say, orange and lemon both. So, and I'm going to put this as a tuple. Done. Let's say T in the place of 3, that is my third key. Okay, and okay, I'm not putting 3, I'm going to put 4 because I want to teach you all something over it. So let's put 4, and now I'm going to say T in the place of 4 equals to kiwi. And then T in the place of 3 I'm doing afterwards, which equals to, let's say, mango. Now let's see both the dictionaries. So first I will see dictionary P, 1 banana, 2 orange, 3 apple. Now let's see the dictionary T, 1 banana, 2 orange lemon, 4 kiwi, 3 mango. You can see 4 and 3. They were not in the correct order. So basically, when we add it in this manner, it works like append works on a list. It keeps adding at the last. So T in the place of 1 banana. So 1 became my key, banana became value. 2 became my key, orange lemon, that was a tuple, became my value. 4 became my key, kiwi became my value, 3 became my key, mango became my value, and it went in this order. Over here, because I wrote it in this manner, I took it in this manner. So these are two ways of making a dictionary and adding data into the dictionary. I have already taught you all the different methods of the dictionary, which are very, very important in this chapter, the methods of the dictionary. Okay. Now, let's look at the question that we had and let's see how can we do it. Okay, so going back to the question at hand, there are two lists, keys and values. Key is 10, 20, 30, which is the number names. Values are 10, 20, 30. Now let's try this. How will we try this? So we have keys which equals to 10, 20, 30. This was my list 1. The second list was values, which was 10, 20, 30. Okay, now what I have to make is I have to make a dictionary. And I have to make this dictionary in such a manner that key and value should be there. So I can say first let's make it a dictionary. So I made it a dictionary. Now I am saying for I in keys. Okay, that means I in keys, that means it will take the value of keys. So I will become 10, then it will become 20, then it will become 30. I'm also trying this with you, okay? In this again, I'm saying so we can, sorry, that was the wrong thing. So we'll take for I in range, and let's take the range of any list. So I'm taking keys over here. for I in range, so this will become suppose 3 or something, whatever. And then I'm going to say yeah, we also need an empty dictionary over here, so D equals to this. And then over here D, over here I'm going to say keys in the place of I equals to values in the place of I. Okay, and finally we need to print the dictionary. Let's run and check if this works. See, we've been able to merge the key and values into a dictionary. Okay, and how I have done this is I took I. If this is confusing to you, I can always write the number 3 over here. That is absolutely fine. It will run the same way. Okay, basically when I did this 3, that means I will take the value 0, then 1 and then 2, will not take 3. Then D in the place of keys I, that means 10. It will take the value 10 over here, equals to values in the place of I, that means 10 equals to 10. 20 equals to 20, 30 equals to 30. This is how this will work. Okay, so you can write this down so that you don't forget it. Next question. Merge the following these two dictionaries into one. Now we already have this dictionary with us. We will create one more, that is 30, 40 and 50. We already have the D dictionary over here. So I'm creating one more, which is D1, which is, I'm just creating it directly. Okay, and now we have to create another dictionary, that is D2, which is equal to D plus D1, and then let's print the new dictionary, that is D2, and check if it's working. If you don't print, you don't see the output. It says unsupported operand for dict and dict. So it is not, I'm not able to add it in this manner. Okay, so you will use these 2 star, which is a reference point which says refer to first dictionary and then refer to the second dictionary, and you will get the output, which is both the dictionaries together. Okay, now we will change some values in the existing dictionary and check. Okay, so we'll take suppose D2 and we will change this 30, 40 into 60. Okay, so how do we do that? We'll change the value. You cannot change the key. Okay, you can never change the key because it's immutable. So what I will do is I will say D2 in the place of 3 in the place of 30 equals to 60. Now let's print D2 and check. This has become 60. Okay, we can even delete a particular item. So let's delete it and check. Okay, now I'm going to delete the same item. So over here I'm going to write delete the name of the dictionary and the key, that is 30. Now let's see what happens, because we have 2 keys. When we made it, we would have 2 keys that were 30, because this also had 30 and this also had 30. But if you notice, when we merged the 2, there was only one key that stayed and the other did not stay. Okay, so before I delete this, actually I want to check which one stayed and which one did not. So let's change this to 300 and let's change this to 100. So the values of both of them are different, but the keys are the same. Okay, so we are just going to merge the two keys and we are going to see what happens. Over here we had 300, that was the first one, but when I merged the two, then 100 stayed, that was the second one. The first one was overwritten because the two keys had there were two keys with the same name. Okay, now let's delete this 30 altogether. So I will say delete D2 in the place of 30, and then again we are going to print to see if it's deleted. Here you can see it has been deleted. So we use the delete keyword to delete a particular key that we want to delete. To check if a particular key is there in the dictionary or not, we will use the membership operators in and not in. Okay, now if you remember, during the list we had done a shallow copy and the deep copy. Same is true for the dictionaries. So to get the length of the dictionary, we use the length function, len. To access items or keys or values in the dictionary, there are many methods that we can use: get, items, keys and values. These we are going to explore in the next class. Okay, then I would like you all to check your books, go through the entire chapter, because we have completed, only practicals are pending, which I will do every day with you all. So please go through your books so that you all are very clear with what is expected out of you. We have the update method and set default method. You should understand how do you update also. So whenever you have two dictionaries and you are merging the two, the items from the new dictionary are added to the old dictionary and it will override any item that is there with the same key, like it happened in 300 and 100. Okay, now page number 468, 469, subtopic is making a shallow copy of a dictionary. You must read it and understand it. It's the same as we did in the list. Okay, working of a copy, copy method, shallow copy and deep copy. What are the advantages when we create a copy using the value using the copy method, and when you create a copy using the assignment operator? The difference is mentioned. There's also a barcode for you, a QR code that you can scan and see the copying in action. Then there's the pop method that we had in the list. Similarly, we have it over here. Then we have the pop item, in which you can select which item to pop. Clear method is also there. Okay, so with this, children, I end my class with you today. See you all tomorrow. Stay home, stay safe, take care, keep learning. Thank you.